Welcome to the Finance Dictionary. Today, we master the Self-Regulatory Organization, or SRO. These are non-governmental entities granted statutory authority to police the securities industry. The foundation is the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. SROs occupy a unique space between private interest and public protection, using industry expertise to supplement SEC oversight. For your SIE or Series 7, remember, SROs are private, but their rules have the binding force of federal law, protecting investors and market integrity. This model reflects a deliberate congressional judgment that industry-funded, industry-experienced bodies can regulate more efficiently and with greater technical expertise than direct federal oversight alone. However, this creates an inherent tension between the SRO's private membership interests and its public investor protection mandate, a theme that repeats throughout regulatory history. The statutory framework is rigid. Section 6 mandates that national securities exchanges register with the SEC and adopt rules preventing fraud. Every registered exchange must foster cooperation and remove impediments to a free and open market. These standards are the non-negotiable template for all SRO rulemaking. Section 15A, the 1938 Maloney Act, created the framework for national securities associations governing the massive over-the-counter market that once operated largely unregulated. This led to the creation of what we now know as FINRA, ensuring that broker-dealers operating in the dealer network are held to the same high standards as exchanges. Operationally, Section 19 is the most critical provision. It requires every SRO to file any proposed rule change with the SEC before it takes effect. Under Section 19(c), the SEC has the supreme authority to abrogate, add, or delete any SRO rule if it finds it inconsistent with federal law. Section 19(g) goes further, authorizing the SEC to censure, suspend, or revoke an SRO's registration if it fails to comply with federal law or its own rules. This isn't a suggestion, it's a mandate for market integrity. The SEC remains the ultimate referee in the game of self-regulation. Now look at FINRA, the largest and most operationally significant SRO. It regulates every broker-dealer conducting business with the public in the United States. Created in 2007 through the consolidation of the NASD and NYSE member regulation, it eliminated duplicative structures to create a single national regulator. FINRA operates the CRD, the National Database of All Registered Persons, and BrokerCheck, the public disclosure system where investors verify registration and disciplinary history. For market transparency, FINRA operates Trace, capturing and disseminating real-time trade data for corporate bonds and mortgage-backed securities within seconds. They even handle dispute resolution, managing thousands of arbitrations annually to resolve investor claims against broker-dealers outside of the standard court system. Beyond FINRA, there are 16 national securities exchanges, each an SRO with rules governing listing standards and the specific mechanics of trading on their market. These exchanges monitor trading in real time for patterns of manipulation or front-running, initiating disciplinary proceedings or referring serious cases to the SEC. Under regulatory services agreements, many exchanges designate FINRA as their examination authority, ensuring a single, coordinated oversight program for the entire industry. Then there's the MSRB, created in 1975. They have rulemaking authority over the municipal securities market, including broker-dealers and municipal advisors. Crucially, the MSRB writes the rules, but has no enforcement authority. Those rules are enforced by FINRA for broker-dealers and bank regulators for banks. The MSRB operates EMMA, the official repository for municipal market disclosure, providing investors with transparent access to primary and secondary market data. Finally, the PCAOB. Created by Sarbanes-Oxley in 2002, it oversees public company auditors. While not technically an SRO, its structure mirrors the SRO framework. Supervision is the SRO's teeth. They possess the power to verify compliance through examinations and the authority to impose sanctions that can end careers. Now, for your final takeaways. To master the exam, you must master these 4 key concepts about the U.S. regulatory framework. 1. SROs are non-governmental entities with the power to write rules that have the binding force of federal law over their members. 2. The SEC has absolute authority to approve or override any SRO rule. They are the ultimate supervisor of the self-regulatory process. 3. Know your players. FINRA for broker-dealers, exchanges for market trading, MSRB for municipal debt, and PCAOB for public auditors. Master these distinctions, and you master the regulatory framework. This is about psychological shifts and your competitive advantage. Stay sharp and stay elite. We will see you at the top of the leaderboard. This is your foundation for success in the securities industry.